my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Greedy Bedies, Lovely Locks, and today we are going to make some good old homemade chili. So today was not a planned video, but since I'm making chili, I might as well record it, right? So this may not be all of my normal ingredients. It maybe I just got this because it was on sale. Some prime rib ground beef, so that's about 2 pounds, and I'm trying a new recipe, adding it with my old recipe. I got all my seasonings and my bay leaf right there. My sister does not use this. She just uses her own special seasonings, but I use both, especially if I'm making a big pot. So I have 2 cans of beans. One is like the Bush's chili beans. I do love them. These are good. But then I have the old school way with the dark red kidney beans. So I kind of mix and match it. I love these fire roasted diced tomatoes from Hunt's. And I do have some petite diced tomatoes. I like a lot of tomatoes in mine. I don't know. My sister uses the huge can of the whole tomatoes. So you can do that too, but for some reason I just like the diced tomatoes better. Okay, I have a whole onion and some green peppers down there. Got a whole pepper and a whole medium onion. Here I have some garlic and some chopped jalapeno peppers. And this is one of the new things that I don't do. It's a little bit overcut, but that was like the rest of the container, so I just put it all in there. I may not use it all. That is beef broth. Now it's gonna be cooking for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. This is something new I'm trying, y'all. Okay, it's like my old recipe mixed with a twist, mixed with some new stuff that I learned. Okay, so y'all just stay tuned for the ride. And that's Worcestershire sauce. I usually, when the meat is kind of halfway done, I'll put some of that in there, stir it around. You know, I don't know. Sometimes, I know how I do. I would fly by the seat of my pants, and it just so happens to come out good. All right. That's what we have here. And I will put the ingredients, especially like what exactly that is, in the description box as well. I don't know if y'all can hear me because I have my fan on and the meat is frying. So I put it on like medium high. Here it's on a little lower because I turned it down. Maybe I should have put it up high. But, it's not a huge pot. I need some new pots and pans, y'all. I really do, because I can make like a ton of chili if I had a bigger pot. So basically I'm just gonna brown this meat, and almost done. I'm gonna add in my onions and peppers, saute them down, drain the meat, drain it after my onions and peppers get a little opaque, I guess. You're not really trying to cook them, you're just trying to like soften them a little bit, not too soft, because it is going to be cooking for a pretty long time. I'll be back once the onions, the vegetables, and everything have cooked down. Basically, just after that, toss everything else in the pot and let it go. Simple. Cut my fan off because I see I couldn't hear me before, so yeah. So I drained the meat. That's how it should look. Hopefully, this light right here is terrible. But basically, the meat is browned. I let it brown almost thoroughly. This pot is so small. I can't describe to you how small this pot really is. Like on the camera, it looks big, but you need a good, I don't know what the name of the pots are called, but I call them the Puerto Rican pots, or Jamaican people. A lot of Jamaican people and a lot of Spanish people use them when they cook things like soups and stews, chilies, curry chicken, stuff like that. You know the pots that I'm talking about. So I need some more of those. I gave them to my mom. I bought most of them. The really huge one though, that we use when we're cooking for like a big crowd or a family reunion, you know, picnics and stuff like that. If we make something, we use that pot. She has it. I let her hold it. That one I think actually was hers. I did have a 3-piece set, the next size down, medium, and then all the way down to the small one. The big one is hers per se, but she don't cook like that no more. So she knows since I have a business cooking, she said that I could have it. But do I have it? No. She took it and she did not give it back. Anyway, I'm just gonna let these sweat down a little bit. And then when I come back, I'll be adding in the beans and tomatoes and the seasoning. One more thing, y'all, before I show the next step. When I was in high school, I used to work at Wendy's. The chili packets, this liquid stuff right here, you put in your chili. Oh my God, it used to be so good. Now I think they changed the recipe because to me it doesn't taste as good as it did back then. And you know, you can see that the packaging is different and everything as well. Someone made a post about how Wendy's used to have a yellow packaging, and I'm like, yes, when I was in high school the packaging was yellow. I think it's red now. And it was like, do y'all think like Wendy's food tastes better now or then? It definitely tastes better back then with the yellow packaging. It definitely did. But if I had more of these, they need to bottle this. They need to bottle this, because I will put a good 1/4 of a cup in my chili. It makes all the difference. So what I'm probably going to do, just put it in my bowl instead of putting it in the pot of the chili. No one even notices this is in here. They just be like, oh my God, your chili's so good. What is that flavor? Wendy's seasoning. Y'all don't know? I better ask somebody. Anyway, the chili is definitely different. It's not as thick. It's like soupy and watery, and it just don't have no flavor. I have a video, actually. I'm going to link that video under this video. I'm going to link that in the description. I look a hot mess as usual, but y'all got to see that video where I was craving Wendy's chili. Went to Wendy's, and it was horrible. I was so mad. I was so freaking mad. Anyway, let's get back to this video. So guys, this is what it should look like, or about, once the vegetables have sweated down some. And if you guys don't know what sweated is, I don't know how to explain it, so look it up. It's not the same as sauteing. Not to be smart, not trying to be funny, but I just don't know how to explain it. So now I'm going to add in my jalapeños, jalapeno, and what is this called? Garlic. All of this stuff is also what do you call it? Optional. I have so many brain freezes, y'all. Just multiple brain freezes today. Let me get my other spoon. As you see, I'm doing this with one hand. So I'm gonna let this go for like a minute. And that's when it's really about to get fragrant. This is a lot of meat. 2 pounds is a lot, y'all. And the thing with the I was about to say mayonnaise, Lord Jesus. The thing with the garlic is you gotta keep moving it around. You don't want it to stick and burn. I'm all hitting the pot. I can't wait to move. I want like a chef's kitchen. Like a whole camera crew just record me as I do this, so I'm not just flustered. That's about to be my daughter's job in a minute. Okay, that's about good enough. Oh, I can smell it up in here. And I did season this lightly with salt and pepper, the meat. I also, before I even put the meat in there, I should have showed it. Oh my goodness, I hate going back trying to tell you what I did instead of showing you. So basically, before I even had put the meat in here, I put that Worcestershire sauce I had sitting over there and just let it sit. As the meat came to room temperature, I let that sit. So I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of this and turn my fire up. I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of this beef broth. Oh my God, I hear stuff in here and I'm the only one downstairs. I'm getting so scared. In the wintertime, it's just like, oh my God, there's no critters ever in my house. This is an old house, guys, and I swear I hear stuff and I'll be about to lose my mind, especially if I'm home by myself. And Halloween is tomorrow, so I'm already tripping. I forgot to open one of my cans, y'all, of my tomatoes. Those were the fire roasted ones. And believe me, I'm about to rinse my cans with some of that beans don't want to come out. I'm gonna rinse it with some of that chicken broth. The kidney beans, I did drain them, but I swirled some of that chicken broth in there so all my good goodness could come out. And I have one more can of diced tomatoes, but let's see. Let me see if I can stand y'all up so I don't have to go. I am back. I put my other can of tomatoes in there because for some reason I had forgot to open them. I have put my seasoning in there. You see my bay leaf there. Put the packet. McCormick. I ripped it off, but it was the McCormick brand. It doesn't have to be McCormick. And we about to let it do what it do for about an hour and a half. Usually I only cook my chili for like 45 minutes to an hour, but I'm trying a new recipe. I want my beans to get too soft, you know what I'm saying? But I really want it to be meaty and thick and hearty. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna mix this up, let it come to a little boil, turn it down to like a medium, and let it go for what it know. Still hasn't come up to a boil yet. It's looking like windy chili right now, watery, right? Because I went ahead and put all that chicken broth in there. But the recipe that I was using only called for 1 cup, guys. So we're gonna do 1 cup. Sometimes you can't always do what I do. You gotta do how you like. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how this looks if I cut this light off. Oh, can't really see anything, but it has a nice dark color to it. I'll be back in like 30-45 minutes to check on it, and you guys can see what it looked like at the 45 minute point. I'll let you know. This is after like 35 minutes. See, it's a lot. It's still kind of loose. It's still a little loose. Yes, but it looks so good. So I'll check it again after another 30 minutes. But it's pretty much done right here, but it's not to where I want it. It has to get thicker. The flavor is banging though. I just tasted it like, oh my goodness. So good. This is about, let's see, an hour, I believe. I had my timer on, but now this looks even thicker. Oh my gosh. I may let it go for 20-30 more minutes. It's done, but I'm just looking for a certain look and texture, guys. And when I achieve it, I will let you know. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I let it go for about, had it like on medium, and go for like 20 more minutes to thicken up. And if you want, instead of like taking so long to cook it, cooking chili for like an hour, 2 hours, you could just add a little tomato paste, which I never do. And then the fact that I use that chicken broth, which I never usually do, that made it a little more looser. You know, the water or the juice comes out of the vegetables as it's cooking as well, which makes it more liquid. So that's just to let you guys know that that's an option. It's optional. You can omit the chicken broth. You can omit whatever you want to omit, but if you want it thicker faster, that's what you would do. Or either you could put it up at a higher temperature. Make sure you watch it and stir it occasionally. But I just like this low and slow method. It seems like the flavors just marinate better or something. I don't know what it is, but as you can see the spices, those big thick ground black pepper spices. You can see the jalapeno peppers. You can see the green pepper. Oh my goodness, I just cannot wait. We are all finished here. Look how thick it is. Oh my goodness. It just almost looked like a spaghetti meat sauce with beans in it. And make sure you guys take the bay leaf out. You see it there? Before you serve anyone. So the thing is, the best part of this sauce is it thickens as it stands. And it always tastes better the next day. Spaghetti is the same way. Always tastes better the next day. Look at this after sitting for a little while. Oh my gosh. You still got a little juice. You know, if you add saltine crackers. We sometimes use the Tostito chips. You can use Cheez-Its, or you just sprinkle some cheese in there. I'm sorry, I don't want to smash the beans. They already were canned beans, so. But look how thick that is. Oh my goodness, you guys should definitely give this a try. And if you like to see me do recipe videos, this one was basic, so I didn't like go through every little detail. But please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit the post notification bell if you don't want to miss the beat. All right, guys. And also, if you want like a recipe for Mexican cornbread, put a comment in the description, put a comment down below, and you know we can make that happen. This is Greedy Bedie signing off, and I'm out. The next day, guys, I'm just warming it up. Now, see, it thickens as it stands. about to have us some chili.
Peace out. See you when I see ya.